With fast jets, helicopters, airborne snipers and air defence systems, it is what the military are calling a multi-layered plan. A plan that the Home Office say has been driven by the scale of the event.
In the case of an inadvertent and accidental straying into the airspace, what you'll have is, first of all, we're trying to speak to the aircraft on the radio, trying to contact him, tell him that he's not where he should be. But in the event that that fails, then we'll launch our Typhoons, helicopters, to get alongside him, attract his attention and then steer him clear of the restricted areas.
The RAF have been working closely with their civilian colleagues to tell pilots about the restrictions over London. The Games, however, aren't just limited to the capital, with many events taking place at other venues.
Some of the football stadiums are being used for some of the Games. But that's business as usual for us. We do that sort of thing quite frequently, state events, big sporting events, so that's part of the day job, and pilots are used to dealing with those restrictions.
With the Games fast approaching, the terrorist threat level to the UK remains substantial, rather than the more serious, severe or even critical levels. The Home Office, however, has made no attempt to hide the fact that this plan has been designed to step up to the worst case scenario if required. Well, the message from the RAF today is definitely one of education to civilian pilots. But there's no escaping the fact that these restrictions are being put in place because the biggest threat to the Games still remains a terrorist attack. So fly into the restricted airspace without permission and you could have one of these bearing down on you.
We have a range of escalatory measures, including the firing of flares and flashing of lasers to attract the pilot and to steer him away from the restricted area. If he fails to comply, and there are a number of steps that may be well repeated, then there is the option for the use of lethal force, a decision that would be made at the highest level of government.
Up until now, this very public display of military kit has been to warn any potential attackers to steer well clear of London 2012. Tonight, the final and biggest piece of the security jigsaw, HMS Ocean, will arrive in Greenwich in time for the opening ceremony in 2 weeks' time. Only then will we know if this show of force has worked. James Banks, Forces News, London.